So what I have here is the idea of a stress bucket. What that means is, so I have got two stress buckets. One is empty and one is quite full. So if you just imagine this as buckets, that's what we call them. So when we're born into this world, we're first born into a certain family or a condition, so we inherit certain genes, and stress can also be inherited, a level of it that's passed down to us through our genealogy tree. We go through our upbringing, of course, early childhood experiences, little arguments with our friends, schooling, and other stresses of our exams or GCSEs, perhaps. We enter this world of an adult education, adult job. So we get a job, and first job, I don't know about yourself, but the first job could cause you a lot of stress and anxiety as it is because of the pressures and that fear of the unknown. Will I be accepted? Will I not be accepted? And then we find out maybe we don't get on with our colleague. And then we have got a demanding boss who expects us to finish the projects before time, and we have a workload that is quite unmanageable. And then we could find ourselves working in really dangerous conditions. Then we could go through a separation or a divorce in our lives. Or another stressful event could be a purchase of a new house and moving into another property. A new baby on the way. An inspection to go through, an expectant inspection. Then we could go through a bereavement, a loss of a loved one that could add to our stress levels. Maybe a chronic injury or chronic condition that we get diagnosed with. And then unexpectedly, we might have to care for an elderly member of the family or our family member that could add up to our stress levels. Any traumatic event that could go through disaster, yes, or a virus, a violent event, a theft or a robbery in the household, or any other event, because traumas can be first hand, second hand, or third hand as well. Just by learning about the trauma, we could also get traumatized, and eventually, that's the example, that this bucket, our bucket, can overflow. If we don't manage stress appropriately, it can overflow and we say, oh, I just flipped, because there was no further escape, there was no further discharge. So it's really important what we choose to do with all our stress that we carry in our mind, in our body, and we say on our shoulders, because stress is something that is very visible. We do carry our stress on our shoulders, look on our sleeves. It's the signs and symptoms are very visible of a stressful situation. So how we manage that stress bucket is very important. Perhaps we have become more aware as a person of our own being and our own self-care. We decided to go for an exercise. Feeling overwhelmed, maybe we decided to give our best friend a call and just have a chat and a conversation, talk things over. Maybe approach our manager or work colleague to discuss the situation, to really deflate the situation if there's any kind of conflict going on. Maybe we need to ask to extend the deadline or break the task down into more manageable, smaller chunks of tasks. Maybe we decide to read a book, a really nice, pleasant book that we always wanted to read in the meantime. we decided to take on a hobby, sing, dance, or any of the sort. Maybe we could do some writing. Maybe we could do some mindfulness, a few mindfulness techniques in the day. Maybe even meditate for a good few minutes. Take out any leisurely activity. We decided to pamper ourselves and run ourselves a bubble bath with some essential oils. And maybe we will express gratitude for what we have and count our blessings. Positive events calendar. Maybe we'll do some writing in our journal, accepting the emotions, expressing and accepting the emotions, allowing them to be. Maybe we decided to do some gardening, walking, or getting a bit of fresh air, breathing exercise. Maybe even create a little bit of personal space just for yourself, a few minutes a day. Drink plenty of water. Change unhealthy diet into more healthy. Reduce the intake of unhealthy drinks. And explore, learn something new. Learning something new has actually been proven to be so beneficial for the neuroplasticity of our brain, that learning can actually be quite addictive. So learning something new is always a good, a positive stress management tool. And then maybe we decided to clean for well-being, maybe a bit of cleaning, whatever works, whatever makes you happy, really, to reduce those stress levels. So there's the idea of your stress bucket. So the main thing is that we need to empty as much as we possibly can, and that is where the successful stress management comes into place.